Terrence here with Real Healthy Plants, and in today's video I got a lot of free plants and I'm getting ready to put them in every single slot that I can find in my backyard. Come join me as I put some of these things in these slots and let me know in the comments what you think about the plants that I landed for free. Let's do it. I just want to give you all the close-up first. Y'all see we got some peppers here, Tabasco peppers, eggplant, rosemary here, sage here, cilantro. This is a lemon something. We got basil. We got more sage over here, tomatoes right here, more basil, more tomatoes right here. We got a lot going on. We have to get this in the ground ASAP. Let's do it. I need to find out what do I want to put in the ground and where. Which beds get more sunlight, which beds get least amount of sunlight. I'm going to start right here. What do we have that we want and allow us to get a decent amount of sun? The peppers like sun. This is a Tabasco pepper. Heirloom, cayenne, Tabasco pepper. So let's plant it. Let's do it. And we're just going to find spots and dig in. I got a little shovel here. It's really easy to put stuff in. Now, because there's roots on the bottom right here, and it's coming through, and I don't want to break and disturb those roots, I'm going to try my best, and I'm going to rip this pot apart and open that up, and hopefully we don't have to tear those roots off. So it's ideal, maybe if you got a pair of scissors to get this off, but I'm going to take this apart. I'll tease out some of those roots, tease them down like that. Those roots want to search out for nutrients and water, and we're going to drop that down. We're going to cover that back up. First pepper plant in the ground. Let's keep moving. Next spot. I might want to bring this tray onto the other side. 2 in the ground. Let's do it. Now we got some black locust trees. I'm just going to rip out here 2 weeds, and I'm going to take the place of that with 2 peppers, right? 2 weeds, 2 peppers. Got a weed in there. Let's not play games. Come on. You know, I'm fighting against the lack of sunlight here this evening because this isn't my day job. I think these peppers will do amazing over here. You see those roots came right through. Surgical. All right. And we're just trying to move with a little bit of speed and precision because, like I said, I'm fighting sunlight here. Daylight. Just dig for another spot and plop that in there. Nestle that in. There you go. I have this drip irrigation going. I don't have to dig hard at all. This is like a perfect spot for that. Right along the drip irrigation line. Let's see how difficult this one wants to be with coming out. I'll like separate those roots individually to see if they come through the holes. Now we still have to tease out these roots here, which is why you see all that white right there, and you don't see the soil through the roots. Untangle it and be gentle, slightly aggressive. We don't want to stress the plant out too much. Drop that one in there right there, just like that. Nestle that in, cover it up. It's already on the drip irrigation line, so it's nice and moist. I'm gonna get another one right here. Come on. Let's see if we can separate these from the bottom. Just like that, untangling, ready to go. Into the ground, this goes into your new home. It's not the greatest spacing. I don't mind planting stuff, pretty dense. I'm working with the space I have that's available right now. I got a lot more stuff coming. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I know this is pretty dense. Let's get this one right here. Super healthy soil. We don't want to waste that. Let's get that in there. Let's find another space. And if I need the hand shovel, I got the hand shovel right here. It's nice and pliable by hand, which this soil is. Super healthy, nice and loose, and that's coming right out the bottom. Roots are growing through the bottom, but they're coming right out. This is still a Tabasco heirloom. Got a good spot right here in the middle. Bury that thing. I'm gonna drop this pepper down there, somewhat of an experiment, just to see how well it does versus being in a super nutrient rich, super compost heavy areas. This is a controlled experiment. And I think it'll grow and produce. We're just gonna see how well it produces. I like to keep this area up, cover it up with leaves. We always like covered soil. We don't want exposed soil nowhere. Not I. Slip a pepper in here, over here in this area. This area said, yes, put a pepper in here. Do it. Just took all those weeds out here. Replace it with something, with life. You take out life, replace it with life. Give back to the land. You take from it, give back. We are the garden state. Don't play those games. All right, how many more peppers we got? We got 2 more. Let's nestle 2 more up in here in this area. Let's drop it in there. Now I feel a significant root in here, and I don't want to pull that significant root or break it. So I'm just going to drop this in here and just cover it back up with soil from the surrounding area. We got, what, 1 more? Pepper, perfect spot. We're trying to get all this stuff in the ground tonight. I looked at the weather forecast, possibly a thunderstorm tomorrow. That would be great. We got all the peppers in the ground, and we're now on to vegetables. Look at this little eggplant right here. There's a lack of root space that's making it grow so small. We gotta find some space. So let's see, what's next? We got some weeds, we got squash. I'm gonna drop the rosemary in here. Right here is not on an irrigation line. The tends, this one bed was always an above ground bed. I didn't till this bed. This was everything added on top of the ground, on top of soil. So this bed tends to be a little bit drier, and something like rosemary can withstand the dryness if something has to be a little bit drier. So this is my thinking behind putting the rosemary here. And rosemary is my favorite herb. We have tarragon, basil, thyme, we have sage. We got a lot of herbs growing. All right, let's backfill this area. Okay, doesn't feel bad. I can't rely on the drip irrigation to water that one in. Let's pull back some of this stuff right here. This one's definitely root bound, which is probably contributing to these eggplants being so small. Doesn't say how big the fruit is. It just says pinstripe oval eggplant. Those things look like, this is about the size of a cherry. It's not looking like it. Got more of this wineberry. Those thorns on those wineberries. Nothing to play with. Now we're a little bit more onto where this drip irrigation is. That's the second row. I'm gonna put tomatoes here. I know that I'm gonna have to come through another time and trellis these up. Tomatoes are very forgiving, very resilient, and they could be somewhat dying. If they're not completely dead, they may bounce back as long as you take care of them. Let's see if we can get more tomato along this drip irrigation line. I think that's a good place for the tomato. I definitely gotta make sure that they're on a drip irrigation line. I mean, I'm getting tomatoes, they're just not picture perfect. I'm along this line over here, and I'm just putting stuff where I kind of actually want it to go, and then I'm gonna come through and put it in the ground. This is a lemon something. If y'all know, put in the comments what this one is called. I don't remember what this is called, and it doesn't have a label on it. It smells like so much lemon. I don't remember what this is called, but I guess this is some type of herb. I don't know what to do with it. Y'all let me know in the comments. What would you do with this? So let's drop these in the ground. We got tomatoes. It's more big boy tomatoes, big boy slicer tomatoes. Just gonna free up those roots in the bottom, drop it in, cover that back up, and the drip irrigation is on. Next one. Y'all can hear that on film. Some type of bugs. Nature is doing what nature does. Let's see. Next spot. Gotta dig a spot in here. Ready for a tomato. I gotta watch out for my squash here, but squash coming in producing a butternut squash. I don't wanna mess that squash up. I love my butternut squash. Okay, let's plop that in there. All right, we got more tomato. Perfect spot for that tomato. Now I definitely have to trellis these. We don't want those leaves touching the ground because that'll kill the leaves. We don't want the tomatoes touching the ground. Gotta put these in here. Almost missed them. Gotta get these in the ground. Right on this drip irrigation line here. Push that soil back on top of that and fix that back down. Come through, trellis that maybe tomorrow. The big boy tomato. This is an area that is more arborist mulch heavy. This was one of my 3 sisters' bed last year, and I put all arborist mulch and grew into this. There's no soil here. Get another 2 feet underground, and you might hit some of that red clay soil. This arborist mulch is maybe about like a 5-6 year broken down. I'm now able to grow in it. Wow. This is my growing medium now. I got 30 dump truck loads of free arborist mulch. And now this is my growing medium. I will still come through and add compost. Now, this is pineapple sage. I hope my sage comes back year after year. I got sage in my front yard that continues to come back and produce flowers and produce herb that I can use. We're gonna see what this does. Follow my progress. I'll let y'all know how this does. I'm just gonna throw this in here. I don't know what this lemon plant is gonna be used for, but it smells so lemony. I gotta get a nice little area for this. This is lemon something. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments, please. It smells like something you can clean your house with. A lemon Febreze, lemon fabuloso, lemon, I don't know, lemon pine sol, lemon. But we got a lot in the ground. One more sage. What do we want this sage? We want the sage on this side too? All right, we're gonna put the sage on this side too. Right under the drip irrigation line. We'll see. Monitor it. If I need to move, I have sage in the front that's doing good, and I have no drip irrigation line or irrigation near it. I just water it occasionally. So I want to see how this one does being watered more. Let's see. Experimentation. This is how we learn, right? All right. That's it for the evening. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I got a lot of stuff in the ground. You saw me plant the tomatoes, the peppers, the eggplant, the sage. You saw me plant the rosemary and that lemon plant. You do the best you can with what you have and what you know. And once you know better, you do better. I know it got dark. I started to lose some sunlight. If you got something out of this video, hit that like button, comment if you have any comments, questions. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Terrence from Root Healthy Plants.